Tuesday, January 7th, 2020, and that we are in council chambers, 200 South Street, Morristown, New Jersey. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided according to law by written notice to the Morristown Daily Record, the official newspaper of the town of Morristown, and to the Newark Star Ledger, both more than 48 hours ago. Notice was also posted on the bulletin board at Town Hall and filed with the office of the town clerk of the town of Morristown. I do further state that I shall enter into the minutes of this meeting a statement that such notice was furnished as particularly described by me in this public announcement. If you would all please rise for a salute to the flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would just like to welcome everyone for attending this evening. We're happy to see you. Tonight we'll be holding our 2020 reorganization meeting, followed by our first regular meeting in January. At this time, I would like to introduce members of the dais. We have Councilman Robert Anacone of the 1st Ward, newly reelected. We have our new Sandy Mayor, recently elected to the 4th Ward. We have Tawana Cotton of the 2nd Ward. And to my left, we have Stephen Armington, who is the councilman for the 3rd Ward. Sorry. Toshiba Foster, at large. We have Councilman David Silva, also at large, and Michael Elms, at large. We have our Assistant Municipal Counsel, Elnardo Webster, and of course, our Mayor, Timothy P. Doherty, and our Administrator, Jillian Barrick, and Municipal Attorney, Vij Pawar. Our first order of business tonight is to administer the oaths of office to our newly elected council members. First up, if I could ask Councilman Anacone to please approach the microphone. Swing around this way. Okay, raise your right hand, please, and left hand on the Bible. I state your name.
I, Robert Anacone,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state
under
the authority of the people,
and
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Council Member 1st Ward for the town of Morristown to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Next up, I would invite Councilwoman Tawana Cotton. Place your left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand.
Yeah.
I, Tawana Cotton,
I, Tawana Cotton,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments
established
to the United States
and in this state
under
the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Council Member 2nd Ward
of the office of Council Member 2nd
for
Ward
the town of Morristown
with the town of Morristown
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations. please place your left hand, raise your right hand. I state your name,
I, Stephen Armington,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Council Member, 3rd Ward,
perform all the duties of the council member of the 3rd Ward,
Town of Morristown,
Town of Morristown,
to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
to the best of my abilities, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Someone's going to hold for me.
Excellent. Okay. Step a little closer. Okay. I state your name.
I, Sandra Mayer,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully
impartially,
and
and justly
perform all the duties
of the office of Council Member, 4th Ward,
perform all the duties of Councilwoman of the 4th Ward,
Town of Morristown.
Town of Morristown,
To the best of my ability,
To the
so
best-
help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. All right, I will now take a roll call. Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Present.
Councilwoman Foster?
Here.
Councilman Iannacone?
Here.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Here.
Councilman Silva?
Present.
At this time, I would ask for nominations for the Council President for the year 2020.
I'll nominate Stephen Armington.
Second.
Any other nominations? Hearing no other names, I will close the nominations. On the election of Councilman Armington as Council President. Councilman Armington?
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Congratulations, Council President, and you have a quorum. I will turn the meeting over to you.
Okay. All right, so now we'll, Vice President, any nominations for Vice President?
I nominate Toshiba Foster for Vice President of our Town Council.
Okay.
Any other? Okay, hearing no other names, I will,
Second. Gonna call for a second.
oh,
Second?
I don't think so, but second. Okay. Thank you. Okay, on the election of Councilwoman Toshiba Foster as Council Vice President for the year 2020, Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Armington.
Yes.
Congratulations. I'm sorry. Jumping ahead a little bit.
Oh, no, you go first.
All right, I'll go first.
Are you going to go first? Okay. I
I,
state your name.
Stephen Armington,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New
and
Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office
perform all the duties of the office
of Council President for the year 2020
of Council President for the year 2020
in the town of
in
Morristown,
the town of Morristown.
to the best of my ability, so help me
To
God.
the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations again. Are you ready, Councilwoman? Okay. I state your name.
I, Toshiba Foster,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Council Vice President
of the office of Council Vice President
for the year 2020
for the year 2020
in the town of Morristown,
in the town of Morristown.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
To the best of my abilities, so help me God.
All right. Mr. Mayor, you ready to
Yes, sir.
give your address? Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
As we usher in a new year and a new decade, I am happy to share some of the town's accomplishments over the past year and plans for the coming year. A focus for 2019 was the quality of life for all residents. Our police department in particular has increased the focus on establishments in our downtown that serve alcohol. We want to ensure that while our young people enjoy themselves on the weekends, that they do so without putting themselves or others in danger, nor disrespecting our sidewalks, public property, or residential neighborhoods. Beginning last summer, our Public Safety Director, Michael Cochran, and Police Chief Richardson expanded enforcement by strategically dispatching officers during peak periods around our downtown at night to address complaints of noise, public drinking, and other violations of our local ordinances. Over 243 summonses were written from June through the end of last year, and we will continue to monitor the activity in this area to ensure a safe and enjoyable time for all people who enjoy our restaurants and nightlife. In addition to the nighttime activity, our police have focused on pedestrian safety. Through our partnership with Trans Options, Morristown Police work tirelessly to educate both pedestrians and motorists about the importance of mutual respect on the road, as well as following traffic laws that ensure the safety on all our streets and sidewalks. Through marketing campaigns, direct interactions with pedestrians, directed enforcement initiatives with motorists, 2019 Street Smart campaign resulted in increases in drivers yielding for pedestrians and crosswalks and a reduction in jaywalking, both incremental safety improvements that make our town a safer place. We also hired 3 new officers last year to further invest in the safety of our town and plan to deploy a dedicated traffic enforcement division this year to focus on this ongoing challenge. Our police also engaged through the first Coffee with a Cop in Morristown, a community policing initiative intended to bring police officers and community members together to discuss issues and learn more about each other. Our police officers work hard to be community-oriented. Last year, they had many community service initiatives, including the 3-on-3 basketball tournament at Caldwell, Toys for the Children at Morristown Medical Center at the holidays, and the Cops and Rider events in the warmer months. In what considered to be tumultuous times between citizens and police, Morristown officers continue to serve our town with compassion and respect. We also have work to protect our youth from the danger of e-cigarettes. Last year, complaints multiplied about the use and availability of e-cigarettes, or vapes, to the children of our schools. Vaping has become attractive to kids because the unscrupulous companies target young people with fruity flavors like bubblegum, mango, watermelon, green apple, etc., that seem harmless to the vulnerable minds of school children. However, these devices are anything but harmless to the growing brains and bodies. In fact, what these kids don't know is that vaping pods often contain more nicotine than a full pack of cigarettes, and carcinogens whose full harm hasn't even been known yet. Something had to be done. So last year, Morristown became the first to pass an ordinance restricting the sale of e-cigarettes and supplies to eliminate minors' access, while requiring establishments to get licensed to ensure those businesses know the rules and only sell to responsible adults. After our ordinance became effective, I am happy to share the Morristown School District reported between September and November of 2019, high school had a 68% fewer vaping incidents. Freeland-Heising Middle School had a 93% fewer vaping incidents when compared to the same time last year. Reducing access reduces usage, saving many of our children from long-term impact of this addictive trend. The quality of life for every Morristonian is important, from every youth to every senior. One major improvement that has received rave reviews is the extension of sidewalks on James Street to the town border. Well, it was a resident from Morristown, not the township, but they were here many times advocating for us to do the sidewalks, and the business administrator, the engineering department, and the town council made that happen, and now they have sidewalks that they connect and come to our downtown, and I've talked to many residents that use those sidewalks, so we're very grateful for that. The capital project benefits residents of all ages through improved walkability for this neighborhood and connectivity to our downtown. We have also focused on improving parks in every neighborhood. One of my most proud accomplishments last year was the acquisition of 11 acres from the Loyola property to expand Foots Pond Wood. This property provides valuable open space for our residents and wildlife, and will be enjoyed by many generations to come. We also expanded access to Foots Pond property through the completion of a trail expansion that now provides a meandering loop around the park and connectivity to the surrounding neighborhoods. It's beautiful. And there you go. There's one. And if you haven't walked the new trail, I highly recommend it. I look forward to continuing improvements in the park as we work towards executing the hydro raking project in the pond this year. Beyond Foots Pond, the town completed the renovations at Caldwell Park, which included resurfaced basketball courts, renovated field house, new amphitheater seating, and other improvements. It's a stunning park and has gotten great use since the ribbon cutting in the spring. Granby Park improvements also continue while the next phase of court resurfacing is underway for Lidgerwood, Woodhall, and Elliott Street Parks to be completed this spring. Drainage improvements were installed at Burnham Park as well. We will continue to invest in our parks with new improvements every year. This year, the first phase of improvements for the open space at Speedwell redevelopment will begin as well. Let's not forget our pools. Burnham Park Complex saw rehab work to the main pool and new furniture installed this season. The governing body also supported our efforts to provide discount entry to our struggling families to ensure that all of our residents have access to this great facility. And lastly, with tremendous help from our Shade Tree Commission and Habitat for Humanity, Pocahontas Park saw a transformation with the addition of new benches and picnic areas and the planting of several shade trees to provide respite and comfort to users year-round. I want to thank our chairwoman who's sitting in the audience, Kristen Ace, and of course our newly elected council member who was on the Shade Tree for their hard work, along with engineering and everybody, and Environmental Commission on getting this stuff done and improving our parks. I also want to, well, I'll move on from that. In addition to our parks, the town worked with the Morristown Housing Authority to provide funding to make it possible to renovate a long-shuttered Marion Sally Residence Center at Manahan Village. The valuable asset laid vacant for too many years, and now is a resource for our residents and children for services and recreation. I am happy that the town's Affordable Housing Trust Fund was able to support an important project through the Housing Fund. Furthermore, our new councilwoman, Tawana Cotton, played a valuable role in the initiative as president of the Manhattan Village Resident Council last year. And I am happy to have her part of our governing body this year. This coming year will be important for so many reasons. The 2020 census is one of the most important, let me stress that again, one of the most important acts of civic duty. As important as casting a ballot during election time, the census determines federal representation and funding that has a great impact on our ability to provide services at all levels. I am asking all residents, citizens and non-citizens, to ensure that you are counted this April. The town continues to be a vibrant and desired center in Morris County, as demonstrated by the 30 new and expanding businesses that located here in 2019, including 5 restaurants, 13 professional and service businesses. One of those businesses, En Masse, is a concept that is a multiplier. In fact, multiple businesses are served throughout their doors. If you've never been to En Masse off of Catano, down by the Artist Bakery in the back where the new Turkish restaurant is, go back and see what they did to this building. It is amazing how many businesses use this space, and it is the new way companies are coming in and establishing new businesses for our community. It really is amazing what this woman has done, and this company is called En Masse, and you should take a trip over there. 1, go check out the new Turkish restaurant, and 2, while you're there, go check out what En Masse is. We are excited for new opportunities slated for this year, including Millburn Deli. Does anybody ever go to the deli in Millburn? Somebody does. So if you go to the deli in Millburn, it's one of the best delis in the state, and they are coming to Morristown, and a new location on Morris Street, and also the Clean Juice on South Street. It's a franchise led by legendary former New York Giant David Tyree and his wife, Leela. Does everybody remember who David Tyree was?
Oh, yes.
Those were real Giant fans over there, right? He's the guy who had the football to the helmet from Eli, and
Yes.
and they ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. And I wish the Buffalo Bills had caught a pass like that this year. It didn't happen. Several developments continue to be under construction. One project I am very excited about is the rehabilitation of Pioneers Plaza, which will finally begin construction this spring. Come this time next year, Pioneers Plaza will be the gathering place and anchor for the corner of the green that has always been envisioned. This project took a very long time to come to fruition, and I'd like to thank our team that worked with the property owner to ensure that this project was executed correctly. Our planners and professional team work alongside with our business administrator, zoning officer, and staff with our governing body to lead smart, well-thought-out development projects that benefit our whole town. I want to reiterate my commitment to not just any development, but the right development in Morristown. Our new zoning code adopted by the town council has helped considerably in ensuring properly sized and appropriately planned redevelopment. There are property owners in town who thought they could shoehorn giant buildings in the middle of our quaint downtown shopping area without a fight. Not in our town. What we do, we welcome projects that add vibrancy and life to our community and add value to our neighborhoods while being rateable to share our tax burdens. Like the forthcoming M Station project that will bring world-class jobs to a large underutilized site while making infrastructure improvements that improve traffic congestion in the heart of our busiest corridor. We cannot allow the wrong project to overburden our streetscape and serve to make property owners a quick buck at the expense of our town's culture, identity, and future. It's a future project. The character of our neighborhoods, the administration and governing body work together to pass an ordinance restricting the demolition of historic structures in the town to prevent the careless removal of our valuable heritage. I think that's an important place to stop for a moment, because it brings me back to when I was a councilman. There was a property on Maple Avenue next to the, which is now Normandy Real Estate. It was a law firm. And there was a home there that was abandoned, and I believe it was pre-Civil War. And when I was a councilman, I fought with the owners of the law firm to preserve that house, and it just was torn down and made a parking lot. And it really had great history to it, and there was nothing in place. And over the years, we have tried to, we haven't had that big push to have a lot of properties be torn down, but over time, we see that people take their homes and reinvest by tearing down, building new homes, or creating larger projects on the bigger homes. So we're kind of very, very proud of this, what the council did with this demolition ordinance, and it really is restricting, and it gives the town a lot more teeth, and it's not so easy just to take down a historic structure anymore. So we're very proud of that. Morristown's growth has occurred in more than commercial. Morristown's growth has occurred in more than commercial development as Morristown Medical Center and the Mayo Performing Arts Center expanded their facilities. Both our regional destinations are renowned within their industries. The Mayo expansion will improve its already first-class reputation as performing arts center and support the theater and local businesses. The Morristown Parking Authority will be building an approximately 506-car parking garage behind the post office on Morris Street. The proposed garage is approximately sized to support the current demand of thriving business community and help alleviate daytime stress in the business district. It will also support our emergency residential parking program my administration initiated in conjunction with the MPA to allow residents to park for free during major snow events, to allow us to undertake more efficient snow removal operations on our streets. Construction should commence this summer. This summer. On an entirely separate note, I would like to personally thank and congratulate Bob Iannicone and Stefan Armington on the re-election and look forward to our continued work together with the rest of the governing body to move Morristown forward. I would like to express my appreciation to our town council and all of my administration for their hard work and dedication. I can truly say that all decisions and actions were collectively taken are for the sole purpose of making our town the best it can be and to protect Morristown's treasured neighborhoods and historic character while focusing and preserving the quality of life for all our residents, business owners, and visitors. We are proactive about these issues and sincere in our efforts. John F. Kennedy once said, "Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction." I think I speak for everyone in our government in saying we will continue to serve the Morristown community with the purpose it so greatly deserves and protect and preserve its wonderful heritage and its place as New Jersey's premier town. Have a healthy, safe New Year. Thank you all, and God bless the town of Morristown. And before I sit down and turn the meeting back over to the council president, or unless I'm going to do something else, I don't think so, I do want to just take a moment to thank my business administrator, Jillian Barrett, town attorney, Beach Bar, assistant town attorney, Elnardo Webster, and all the professionals. Al, our CFO is there with his chin tight, but Frank is one of the best in the business. So I'd like to thank all our department heads. I know Anthony's here. He's in the back, our police chief, our fire chief, public safety director. I'm not going to go in and out everybody, but it is a team effort for the town, and I appreciate everything they do, not for me, but for the community. And we're looking for a very good, healthy, prosperous, and continued upward to make Morristown the best it can be and what it has to offer for everyone. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm assuming the mayor's appointments are all identified in the agenda, so he doesn't want to list them, reiterate them again, I assume? Mr. Mayor? Yeah, okay. So next we have council appointments.
Okay. Nomination and council vote on appointments to boards and commissions. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for nomination for a Board of Adjustment regular member, 4-year term ending 12/31/23.
I'd nominate James Bednarz.
Second?
Any other names? I will close the nominations on the appointment of James Bednarz to a regular member of the Board of Adjustment. Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Armington.
Yes.
Mr. Bednarz is hereby appointed. May I have a nomination for a regular member of the Board of Adjustment, 4-year term ending 12/31/23?
So I'd like to nominate the elevation of alternate 1, Barbara McNally.
Second.
Okay. Any other names? I've closed the nomination. On the appointment of alternate 1, Barbara McNally, promotion to regular member of the Board of Adjustment, Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton, I'm sorry. Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Ms. McNally is hereby appointed. I would ask for a nomination for a regular member of the Board of Adjustment to fill an unexpired term ending 12/31/22.
I'd like to recommend the elevation of Steve Polachek from alternate 2 to as regular member.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. I will close the nomination on the appointment of Mr. Polipchuk for his promotion from alternate 2 to regular member of an unexpired term in the Board of Adjustment. Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Mr. Polipchuk is hereby appointed. With those 2 promotions, we do have 2 vacancies for both alternate 1 and alternate 2. I would ask for a nomination to fill the unexpired term for the Board of Adjustment alternate 1, term expiring 12/31/20.
I'd like to nominate Charlie Hovas.
Second.
I will close the nomination on the appointment of Mr. Hovis to alternate 1 of the Board of Adjustment unexpired term ending 12/31/20. Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Mr. Hovis is hereby appointed. I would ask for a nomination, please, for a alternate 2 to the Board of Adjustment for a 2-year term expiring 12/31/21.
I'd like to nominate Tom Ferrara.
Second.
I'll close the nomination on the appointment of Mr. Ferraro as alternate 2 to the Board of Adjustment. Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Armington?
Yes.
Mr. Ferraro is hereby appointed. I would ask for a nomination, please, for a 4-year term for a regular member of the Rent Leveling Board for a term ending 12/31/23.
I'd like to nominate Tom Bradley for reappointment.
Second.
I'll close the nomination. On the reappointment of Mr. Bradley to the Rent Leveling Committee, Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva, and
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Mr. Bradley is hereby reappointed. Our last vacancy is for a commissioner to the Parking Authority for a 5-year term ending 12/31/24.
I'd like to nominate Dick Ty, reappoint.
I'll second.
Okay. I will close the nominations. Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Elms,
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster,
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
and Council President Armington.
Yes.
Mr. Tag is hereby reappointed to a 5-year term to the Parking Authority.
All right, so we'll go quickly through as Council President, I'm appointing Michael Elms to the Morris County CDRS. I'm appointing myself to the Planning Board. I'm appointing Tawana Cotton to the Environmental Commission. Appointing Robert Iannacone to the Morristown Partnership. I'm appointing Toshiba Foster to the Parking Authority. I'm appointing David Silva to the Housing Authority. And I'm appointing Sandy Mayer to the Shade Tree Commission.
Okay, moving on to regular business. There are 25 resolutions on the reorganization agenda this evening. Unless a member of council would like to pull one or more for separate consideration, I would ask for a motion for them to be approved en masse.
I'll make a motion to move the resolutions en masse.
I'll second it.
Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Elms.
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer.
Yes.
Councilman Silva.
Yes.
Council President Armington.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 25-2020 are hereby adopted. We will now move into the regular meeting, the first meeting of the month of January. Before we get started, at table, you will see that there is a resolution. It's a resolution consenting to request of the Township of Parsippany Troy Hills for service outside the district of the Southeast Morris County Municipal Utilities Authority. If you are so inclined, I would ask for a motion to add this resolution to the regular agenda as R-33-2020.
I'll make a motion to add R-33-2020 to the regular agenda.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
R-33-2020 has been added to the regular agenda. There are 4 items on the consent agenda this evening. Councilwoman Cotton and Councilwoman
Good.
Mayer, I'm sorry.
Good.
Were not present at the last 2 meetings, so you would not be voting on those 2 items. However, I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda unless a member of council would like to pull one for discussion.
I'd like to pull Cupid's Chase.
Okay?
So why don't we just, I make a motion to approve item 1 and 2. Well, since they can't vote on 1 and 2, then
Okay, yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
we'll approve 1 and 2, and then we'll go to 3, and then we'll go to 4.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Second.
Second.
Okay. On the approval of consent agenda items 1 and 2, Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
And Council President Armington?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to approve number 3, Cupid's Chase 5K.
I'll second.
Just a question. So the route goes down Early Street. The duration of the event is 10 to 12. Some of the constituents were wondering what the duration of street closures on Early Street will be.
My understanding is, Councilman, my understanding is that the race setup is the same as it's been in several prior years. Chief, if you're here, can you address the councilman's question? You got to come up to the mic for the recording. Sorry, Chief.
My recollection is all the participants leave en masse, and half an hour later, there's an opening, or 20 minutes later. Are they going to close off Early Street for
For the start of the race, Earl Street will be closed.
Okay.
Mill Street will be closed. That's
Okay.
here. It starts and ends.
Okay.
And then it'll open up periodically. Residents that need to get to their home will be allowed to get to their home with
Okay.
officers that are assigned to the area.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
On the adoption of item number 3 of the consent agenda, Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we have a number of
Mental health awareness.
mental health and awareness, oh, wait, sorry.
You want to do them?
let's do that
Okay.
one, sorry.
Can I please have a motion to adopt item 4 of the consent agenda?
Motion to approve item 4, mental health awareness walk.
Second?
Any comments?
No.
Okay. Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, there are a number of items for public hearing this evening. Is anyone here from Family Promise? Hi, come on up. We have the Family Promise of Morris County fiscal year 2020 CDBG application for community outreach programs, program salaries. Do I open public first or let her speak first? If you'd like to address the council and just give a few words.
Sure. Hi, I'm Joan Bjornson, Executive Director of Family Promise of Morris County. Happy New Year and congratulations to everyone that was sworn in tonight.
Spell your last name.
Sure. Bjornson, it's Bjornson. Thank you. Congratulations again to everyone that was sworn in tonight. Thank you for hearing your application for Community Development Block Grant and Emergency Shelter Grants. Family Promise provides shelter, outreach, and housing to 1,500 Morris County residents every year. So just a few highlights of what these grants did in 2019. Hope One, if you're familiar with the Sheriff's Outreach Van, it's a mobile outreach peer recovery van that really works with treatment centers, police, and nonprofits to help reverse opioid overdoses and connect people to treatment services. On December 30th, so just recently, we hit our 10,000th contact. So face-to-face contacts, over 10,000 just recently, and so very exciting. We also had 40 documented Narcan kits. So Narcan reverses opioid overdose, and so Narcan kits, we were able to document 40 of them that saved lives just this past year. Navigating Hope is a partner van to the Sheriff's Hope One van. It's a partnership with the Freeholders and Morris County Human Services. And Navigating Hope goes out into the community, goes to public events like First Night Morris, goes to other events like community pools, goes to Manahan Village, Walmarts, local stores, anywhere where people gather and maybe need services. And so Navigating Hope, we can apply for benefits on the van. So if anyone needs services, anyone needs connection to housing or resources or utility assistance or basically any resource programs out there. One of the gentlemen that came up, we were at a Quick Check and his father was going blind. And so he came up to us for no other reason, just to see what we were doing. We had food out there, donuts and things like that to engage people. And he had the resources to pay for services, but he did not know how to find those services. So resource navigation really is about connecting people to services, whether you're any level of socioeconomic status, whether you can pay for those services or not. And so the connection really goes across all the municipalities in Morris County. Single Stop is a benefits enrollment program that Family Promise brought to Morris County. It's eviction prevention as well. We go to the courthouse every Friday for eviction court, and we've been able to bring in, just last year alone, over $700,000 in new income to Morris County residents to help prevent eviction and, again, connection to services, utility assistance, other programs in the community. Code Blue, you may be familiar with that. There's warming centers, 2 in Morris County. We are liaison with Code Blue, so we work with the fire station, helping connect people that are unsheltered so they can get off the street, especially during severe weather. Our Promise Drop-In Center is located at the First Baptist Church in Morristown. We've had over 25,000 face-to-face contacts in the last 3 years. And really the goal is a warming center during the day, a cooling center, give people that are unsheltered a place to connect to services like shelter, housing, other options. It also is an opportunity for people to work with social workers, to connect to their family and friends via access to email, phones, charging stations, laundry services, restrooms, things that we might take for granted that we don't realize that people in our community don't have. That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank
Any
you very much.
questions?
Thank you.
Any questions
Thank
from
you.
council?
Thank
very
you.
much.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to open up the public hearing on Family Promise Morris County fiscal year 2020 CDBG application for community outreach programs. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. The second public hearing is also Family Promise of Morris County 2020 ESG application for homelessness prevention, housing stabilization program, and renewal. Did you have anything?
Okay.
Thank you. I would open up the public hearing. Any comment from the public? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. Is there anyone here from Homeless Solutions? Okay. Homeless Solutions has submitted an application for fiscal year 2020 CDBG grant application for child care scholarships. I'll open up the public hearing for any comment. Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. Number 4, Homeless Solutions, Inc., 2020 ESG application for emergency shelter family program. I'll open up the public hearing. Any comment? I'll close the public hearing. Anyone here from Zufall Health Center? Come on up. This is the Zufall Health Center, Inc., fiscal year 2020 CDBG application for renovation of second-story building envelope.
Okay, good evening. I'm Eva Turbiner. I'm the CEO of Zufall Health. Thanks very much for letting me say a couple of words. As a Morristown resident, Bob's my councilman. I'm really pleased to be here, and really it's a great opportunity for me to see how the town council works. So Zufall Health is a community health center providing medical, behavioral health and dental services to the largely uninsured in northern and central New Jersey. We have about 40,000 patients annually in 6 counties. I'm really thrilled to say that our Morristown office has now been open for over a decade. We are located at the corner of Atno and Washington, and if some of you have not been there, I urge you to come and see the wonderful work that we do. In Morristown alone, last year, we saw over 8,500 patients in 25,000 visits. It's really remarkable. It's actually a pretty small facility, but very busy and very much needed by the community. So this year, we are applying for community development block grant funding to work on the external areas of the building. We are, after 10 years, buying that facility. It was privately owned, and we have the opportunity to buy it at very expensive Morristown costs, let me just say. And so once we buy that, we are going to be fixing it up. We're going to be doing some new roofing, some new windows, trying to secure the building to make it more energy efficient and watertight. So we're looking to the county for about $80,000 to do that project, and we appreciate your learning more about it and learning more about us if you have the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No comments? Okay, at this time, I'll open up the public hearing for any comments. Okay, seeing none, I'll close the public hearing.
All right, so now I'll open up the public hearing for any other matter. Please
There was
leave
a
your...
hand up.
Yeah, that's...
Is that
Is your comment on the Zoo Falls application, or is it for the regular application? Just a regular public comment. So we're about to open up for the regular public hearing. Limit your time to 5 minutes. Any comments targeting any individual members of the council or administration will be ruled out of order. Come on up, Bob. Bill.
Good evening. My name is Bill Byrne, and I'd like to congratulate all the newly elected council people and present that also just got elected. And I, as an advocate for people in the community and for disabilities, looking forward to working with everybody and making sure we're all on the same page. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Bill.
Any other comments? No, I guess we'll close the public hearing.
Okay, any comments?
Any council responses to public hearing comments? No.
Okay.
Actually, I'll make one comment. Actually, what caught my ear was the warming and cooling center at First Baptist, especially the fact that they have it staffed with social services. Is there an opportunity there for a partnership with what we currently do at the firehouse? I'm sorry, Linda. I was just asking if there was any partnership we could forge, maybe between First Baptist and what Family Promise is doing and what we do at the firehouse.
There's always room for partnership. It is an ongoing issue, the warming and cooling centers. There is a law on the books that municipalities are responsible, and we've had many lengthy discussions with our fire chief. We seem to get people from a lot of other communities that don't do what they're supposed to as far as, especially warming centers when it gets really cold out. We're working on it with the county. We've had discussions. I know our fire chief has had discussions, but now he can add that discussion. He can reach out and talk to those entities to see if we can partner to take some of the burden off of the cost that we incur. It's about $100,000 a year. It's about $100,000 a year, and taking care of our needy, which we're going to do anyway.
Yeah.
But we think that other municipalities need to be held accountable by the county to make sure that the laws that are on the books are being enforced when it comes to their community, and making sure they're taking care of the needs of their own community as we take care of our needs. But I think partnering with First Baptist and any other organization is excellent.
Because what's intriguing about what Family Promise is doing is the social services coupled with just the sheltering.
So at the firehouse, you'll get those social services to come in, and they bring bags. Like I was there a couple times. They'll have all cleaning stuff, toothpaste, toothbrushes. They'll bring in different needs that some of the homeless need. But it's an excellent idea to partner, and I'll make sure that the business administrator and the fire chief follow up with the different entities.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Mayor's proclamation and presentations.
Is Allison here? Change the date.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you. Happy New Year.
So, first let's give Allison a round of applause.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm going to read this into the record.
Thank you.
And your proclamation for one of the job well done. You served this town admirably, with respect, dignity, and passion. You brought a lot to the table in all the years I've worked with you. And you will be sorely missed.
Thank you.
At least, and I'm sure everybody feels the same way.
Thank you.
So let me read this into the record. Allison was my councilwoman for a long time. 12 years. And any time that I needed, before I was, if anybody had anything, I sent someone to Allison, the councilwoman, she dealt with it. And she was responsive, and she did a great job. And I don't think your political career is over yet.
Oh, thank you.
So, hint. So, okay, here it goes. Whereas Councilwoman Allison Deeb began her first term on the town council on January 1st, 2008, and an additional 2 terms in January 2012 and January 2016. And during her 12 years of service, Councilwoman Deeb held many positions, including Council Vice President, Council Liaison to the Morristown Environmental Commission, the Morristown Partnership, and the Morristown Housing Authority. And whereas Councilwoman Deeb also served on the Whippany River Watershed Action Committee and the 10 Towns Great Swamp Management Committee. Whereas, in addition to her town council responsibilities, Councilwoman Deeb was an honorary founding member and served on the Friends of Foots Pond Wood. Additionally, she was president, vice president, secretary, director of the Windmill Pond Townhouse Association, and participated in several community service organizations, including First Night Morris County Chamber of Commerce Leadership, Morris Program, Mayo Performing Arts Center, Sustainability Committee, Morristown One Community, and the Seeing Eye Puppy Raiser and Therapy Dogs International. And for those who know Allison, her love for guide dogs and for the Seeing Eye is superior to none. What I've seen what her work has done, especially with her dog Tim, who's out there working. And
Fancy that he brings Tim up.
And Fenton and you know, but you've done that's a great service to our community and to people. Councilwoman Deeb is the co-founder and president of National Dog Conference, founder and event chair of MARDOG, where we kind of met. MARDOG, Morris Area Responsible Dog Owners Group. MARDOG is committed to bringing dog parks to Morris County and educating public officials about the benefits of off-leash recreation. And whereas Councilwoman Allison Deeb was honored by the Morris County Chamber of Commerce with the 2018 Leadership Morris Achievement Award in April of 2019. And whereas Councilwoman Deeb was involved in working with the administration in the acquisition and preservation of Loyola House of Retreats property, Foots Pond cleanup, and James Street sidewalk extension. Now therefore, I, Timothy P. Doherty, Mayor of the Town of Morristown, do hereby proclaim Friday, January 10th, your birthday, 2020, as Allison Deeb Day in the town of Morristown. Councilwoman Deeb has devoted countless hours of service to the residents of our great community, and her presence on the town council will be greatly missed. Thank you for all that you've done. You hold it, sure. Jim?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Can I just say a couple of words?
That's Council President.
Sure.
Okay.
Stump speech.
I just want to thank you very much. This is an incredible honor. You have no idea. So I just want to thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Council. It was an incredible honor to serve here for 12 years. It was definitely the highest honor of my life, next to getting married. I have to say that, 16 years ago. So, I dreamed of public service. I have my background in public service. So I confess you added some stuff, Mayor, because you just asked me to put a few things, but you added a lot more to this than, I had given you. So I'm really grateful for that. Public service has always been my calling, whether Republican or Democrat. If someone calls you, they're usually at the end of the rope, as we hear, and so I would call you, Jillian, the mayor, and say they need your help. So I have confidence that this council will continue greatly and do great work, and I wish you all a happy new year and 2020 vision, and thank you again.
Sally, finish? Past events on December 4th, Santa arrival and lighting on the Morristown Green was a great success. Thank you to the partnership. Jen Waring, is she here? Thank you, Jen. Friday, December 6th, was a climate strike and rally as part of the global climate strike hosted by the New Jersey Climate Coalition here at the front hall of steps on the front of Town Hall. Saturday, December 7th, there was Theater of Light, Morristown Cultural District. It was a very interesting event over by the Vale Mansion. It was lit up, the Morris Arts, along with the partnership and the church. I think it was Presbyterian Church, and a few of the entities in that area got together, and that's going to be an ongoing event for the holiday and Christmas time with the Festival of Lights, Theater of Lights. Wednesday, December 11th, we had the annual senior holiday party in the Senior Center, which is always well attended and a lot of fun. Friday, December 13th, the Mayor's Town Employee Holiday Party took place at the Senior Center. Just a little thank you to our employees for a great job they do. If you see one of our town employees out there, tell them thank you. Those guys in DPW and fire and police and even our people when you come in town hall, thank the people that work for us. They do a great job. Also, I want to talk about Our Youth, Their Future. They had their holiday spectacular at the Senior Center. You want to say a couple words real quick?
Just thank everybody who generously made donations, offered their support, whether it was to come help wrap gifts. Thank you, newly appointed Councilwoman Sandy Mayer, who came, Health Gifts, Councilman Armington and his wife came. So it's always a joyous time of the year for us to be able to spread some holiday cheer and joy to some of the kids in the community. We had about 200 kids attend the festivities. It's always a good time. Thank the partnership for donating all of these supplies for the gingerbread house kids. Thank you, Mayor and First Lady, for coming to show your support. And we just look forward to doing it annually. This was our 7th, so we look forward to continuing to bring that event to the kids, to our community every year.
Thank you, Council Vice President. December 21st, Grow Green had its winter solstice celebration and mural unveiling at Early Street Community Garden. Were you there, Stefan? That was good. And then we had the menorah lighting, Hanukkah on the Green, Sunday, the 22nd, and it was well-attended, and I want to thank the police department for setting that up. It was moved off the green onto the street. They made it safe for everybody. Chief, thank you very much. Pass that on down. It was a huge success. First time that they moved it to that location. Monday, January 20th, Town Hall will be closed in observance of Martin Luther King Day. 8 a.m., 35th Annual Interfaith Breakfast at the Hyatt in Morristown. For tickets, email the Observing Committee, Martin Luther King Observing Committee. It'll be on the website, MLKO BSV Commune NJ at AOL.com. But it'll be on the website, so people can just go there and get it. If you need to, can they call? Who would they call? Tickets.
For tickets, Eli Sims, but I don't have his contact number. I mean, I think they're doing tickets too through Eventbrite.
Okay.
Probably just
Are we
Google.
getting a table?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll have a table.
No council.
So if any
administration.
council members are interested in purchasing tickets, I'll have enough tickets for a table.
So the administration and the council are going to get tables. Okay. That goes in the morning, and then noon is the MLK service and commemoration at Calvary Baptist Church. And I strongly recommend the attendance for the full day. It is very moving and in remembrance of Martin Luther King. It really is an amazing day. Special notes, want to remember the passing of James Stanton, former fighter of 26 years. Also, Chief Richardson and Lieutenant Molnar to speak on life-saving medical to Officer Mark Underhill and Officer Mark Underhill and Officer Jason DeLasantis. Jason, it's funny how that's spelled that way. Jason DeLasantis, and there's a memo attached. I don't know if anybody has seen this memo. Did you guys get the memo in your packet? Can we make sure that they get this? Chief, can we make sure the council gets this memo so you guys can see on March 18th, 2018, Officer Underhill and Officer DeLasantis responded to a medical emergency at 9 Dorado Drive in Morristown. Upon arriving at the scene, they located an unresponsive male identified as Barry Jackson, now age 66. Mr. Jackson was not breathing and had no pulse. The officers worked together as a team using advanced life-saving measures, which ultimately led to them reviving the victim with CPR and the AED defibrillator. These tireless efforts working together as a team saved this person's life. They are receiving a life-saving award for their professionalism and their diligent efforts in reviving Mr. Jackson. Please send them the best from the governing body and our administration. And Council President, that is all I have.
Thank you, Mayor.
Oh, I do have one more thing. I'm not prepared to speak in length about it, but I did get an email. I think is Cliff here? Cliff is here. And he sent me an email to remind me the seriousness of suicide. Mendham and other areas had some suicides. I don't want to really get too deep into it. It's something I've spoke about over the years. It's something that we probably should talk about again. And that teen suicide in young adults is still prevalent, and it is something that is serious. And, my godson committed suicide at 18, and it completely changes your life forever. And that note I got from Cliff Dawkins, I appreciate it. But to speak about it because it needs to be spoken about. So just keep that, your thoughts for the families that have lost children to suicide. And whatever we can do as a governing body and an organization to make more people aware. And kids need to reach out and talk to kids and talk to parents and talk to people. And you know how it's tough, how it is tough growing up. We all grew up, you know how tough it was. It's not easy. In this world, it's all social media and phones and electronics and you know, they speak less and less to each other, I think, you know. I don't have the answer, but I know that it was worth reading that letter, and I appreciate you sending it, and we will continue to talk about it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Go
Mayor.
ahead.
Any council liaison reports?
Parking Authority did meet since our last meeting in December. They acknowledged a lot of the responses they've been getting from the public, arising out of the public presentation that they gave at our last council meeting, which I think all of us agree was very, very well done on the part of the Parking Authority. They do understand that their next step is actually the capital review with the Planning Board, and they also understand that they will be coordinating the traffic concerns associated with the Lot 10, with the other studies going on with reference to the Morris Spring Street corridor, King Street behind, and they will be working with the town's traffic consultant on that. Other than that, they did do a brief year-end review, and we should be very proud of the Parking Authority. Financially and operationally, it's an extremely sound organization.
I have a shade tree report. I know I was just appointed, but I have a report. The town is in the second phase of a 5 to 6 year systematic trimming of all the town trees. An email was just issued this past week listing all the streets that are involved in this phase. The ash trees that are being removed due to emerald ash borer, we have about 28 more trees to remove on the streets. That's per the DPW list. We're going to start on park trees after the street trees are done. This is all dependent on weather, obviously. The town is doing about 60 tree wells with flexi-pave in 2020. The Shade Tree Commission is going to be handing out seedlings at the town cleanup day. If we don't get the seedlings delivered on time, we will probably ask people to give us their email addresses where we can contact them and then distribute the seedlings. And then we're also working on a tree identification book, and I'll keep you updated when that is ready to roll.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay.
Council President,
Yes.
the business administrator reminded me that the medal award was going to be at the end of last year.
Right.
And because of the changes at the end of the year, they will be at the next meeting.
That's good.
So invite the public and everybody who's here to come back and support our police department and those two officers who will be receiving that life safety medal. Thank you.
Great.
Next meeting.
Okay, let's, no, I assume there's no additional calendar events? Council? No? Okay. Regular business.
All right, there are two ordinances for introduction this evening. In fact, these two ordinances were introduced at the December 3rd meeting, but do need to be reintroduced in 2020 due to new council members. Ordinance number O-1-2020, an ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Morristown, Chapter 7, Traffic.
I'll make a motion to introduce ordinance number 01-2020.
I'll second.
Comments, questions? Okay. On the introduction of ordinance 1-2020, Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Ordinance 1-2020 has been introduced properly by title and will be considered further after a public hearing to be held on January 28th. Ordinance number O-2-2020, ordinance rescinding ordinance O-16-2019 and deleting a designated handicap parking space on Western Avenue from section 7-40.2 of the code of the town of Morristown.
I'll make a motion to approve, to introduce ordinance 02-2020.
I'll second.
Okay, on the introduction of 2-2020, Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Ordinance 2-2020 has been introduced properly by title and will be considered further after a public hearing to be held on January 28th. There are 7 resolutions for adoption on the agenda. Unless a member of council would like to pull one or more out for separate consideration, I would ask for a motion to approve resolutions 26 through 30, I'm sorry, there are 8. 26 through 33-2020.
I'll make a motion to approve resolutions number R-26-2020 through resolution number R-33-2020.
I'll second it.
Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Elms?
Yes.
Councilwoman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mayer?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Council President Armington?
Yes.
Resolutions 26 through 33, 2020 are adopted.
All right, so new business, board vacancies. We do have a vacancy at the Housing Authority. The application period is being extended for another till February 7th. And there's one commissioner member to be expired, for a term to be expired in 2024. So if anyone's interested in serving on the Housing Authority, please send your applications to the clerk's office.
Please.
There's also one position for the SMCMUA, the Water Authority. And if you're interested in that, please send your applications to the clerk's office.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. The second item under new business is sufficiency of existing pay-to-play regulations, and I thought I'd bring this up, given the importance of the public's trust in elected officials and their determination that public decisions are not adversely influenced by campaign contributions. Morristown has an extremely comprehensive pay-to-play ordinance, which was adopted in 2009, I believe, which applies to every annual contract with, basically any contract that is over $17,500. So all the ordinances or resolutions that were approved by this council during the reorganization meeting have had full documentation of their compliance with the town's pay-to-play laws. That being said, I feel it's important to convene a committee to evaluate the extent of the existing pay-to-play laws and see if additional pay-to-play rules are needed or even necessary. So I'd like to have Councilman Iannacone and Councilwoman Toshiba Foster join me in a committee to evaluate that, and we will provide some recommendations to the administration and the rest of the council. With that, I think there's no more business. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes. Opposed?
Thank you.
Gavel.
Thank you very much. Oh, there you go. Wow. Out of practice.